back to JV Sports. I'm your host, John Levert, and today is not Wednesday. It is Thursday, but I'm still making a wrestling Wednesday episode because it was a big, um, it was a big week for wrestling, and I want to talk about it. I really do, and I couldn't do it yesterday, so I'm doing it today. I'm making up for it. Of course, we're gonna be in a little bit of different space because I had some movement going around, so I did switch where I'm recording, but it still looks good. So we're just gonna go straight into Monday Night Raw. You had CM Punk. It's great beginning. He's doing his promo, and then here, burn it down. Seth Rollins just comes on out, and he's just on fire. He's going right in, just starts talking. Punk starts talking trash. They just start talking back and forth, and eventually they brawl. And then when they start brawling, and they just keep going, everybody comes out, and then Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, they get everybody separated. And then Jay takes CM Punk out, Sami says to Seth, and then Seth says something about Jay, Sami doesn't really like, so he's like, hey, you don't get to talk to Jay like that. And Seth's like, I'm sorry, like he apologizes. They have a conversation. Then things start to get a little heated because he's talking to Sami, like, hey, listen, like I'm more family to you than any of them are. I came up with you. We came up together in this business. And he's like, you stabbed me in the back when you teamed with CM Punk. And Sam's like, you think I want to team with CM Punk? I want to team with you. I'd ask you twice. And he goes on and says how he created Roman by hitting him in the back with the chair. And basically says like, listen, I acknowledge that I did that. I acknowledge what I created, but it's a little, you know, you he basically said like, you did the same exact thing. You hit Roman in the back with a chair when he hit him when Roman told him, hey Kevin, like you hit him in the back with a chair too. Like you're not so innocent either. So they're going through that. Finally, he said to Sammy stupid. Sammy had enough and said, I'll fight you tonight. And later tonight they will fight. But before that, you have this is a big night for Raw, like huge night. Damage Control and Liv Morgan Damage Control versus Liv Morgan and Raquel. Rodriguez Morgan win. I didn't like that too much. I think the EO should have won, but it's Saturday night's main event. Liv Morgan will go against EO. Liv Morgan's defending her title. I might make a prediction video for that. I don't know yet. It seems like just because it's the first one, I'll do one. We'll see. Because it's also pay-per-view this weekend. A lot to do, and then it's finals week. We'll get it done. I'll keep you guys posted. It was an all right match. I wouldn't say it's nothing to take home about. Dakota Kai versus Katana Chance versus Shayna Baszler. I'm so happy Kai won this. I really want Dakota to win the tournament. I don't really have a clear favorite in the tournament yet. I love what Dakota Kai can do with the title, but I haven't seen the full tournament picture yet because I don't remember it, but I will. And then the whole this part hurts. You had Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston come out. They're saying like, "Hey guys, listen, things haven't been great recently." And you hear Big E's music. Everyone's happy. Everyone's cheering, right? They go out and Big E's like, "Hey guys, listen, we can't let it end like this. What you guys done for me? You saved my life. I'm gonna be here to be your manager. I'm gonna cheer you on and everything." And I'm like, "Oh wow, okay, maybe it'll be all right. Maybe this whole like prank thing is just not gonna happen. Big E's gonna be everything's gonna be fine." And then you hear Xavier go, now you want to come and help? Now you want to help us? And I'm just thinking, oh my gosh. It's like, okay. Now I'm thinking you have Xavier talking trash to Biggie and Kobe's gonna be like, all right, like stop, come on, let's like stop talking to Biggie like that. And then I was just completely wrong. This whole time I thought it was just Xavier. It's a new day. Yes, it is. Kofi then doubles down on what Xavier's saying. And he's like, so they're both like saying how they left him, how they chose this other life over the New Day, how New Day was always like the boys together, banded together, nothing breaks that. And like you chose your analyst job, desk job, girlfriend, new life, everything over them. And Biggie's like, guys, like I broke my neck, like I've been getting scans and everything, and then And then Kofi says broken neck or not, and it's just like my heart sank after seeing that. That part was absolutely crazy to me. So basically, the whole crowd's like PO, like they're so mad at him. Where, well, not at Biggie, but at the other two, and basically, eventually, it gets to a point where Xavier's like, get out of the don't like keep these people like thinking you're never gonna be medically clear. Get out of the ring. And like, oh my god. Oh man, it's just hard. I mean, I'll give my opinion saying it hurt to watch that to see what they're doing to Biggie because everybody loves Biggie. There's very few people who don't like Biggie. And if you don't like Biggie, you're kind of like just like you're not alive. Basically, at the end, Biggie leaves so sadly, and then Xavier and Kofi do the whole like hand thing when like they're holding, like unifying. So it's a new day for the new day, and it's a new day. Um, but my opinion, I absolutely love this. I love it. They are, in my opinion, the biggest heels in the company right now. Because if you looked later in the night, Dom was actually getting cheers against Gunther. Like, I don't know how that happened, but it's like a slow face turn that's kind of lingering for Dom. I don't know. Like, I it's perplexing to me because I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know how people are just like already accepting Dom back. I love it though. But in my opinion, after what the New Day did to Biggie, they are the biggest heels in the company. The New Day was getting booed. The New Day was getting booed. Like Dom, like I said, he's starting to get a little cheer. I'm not saying he's a face. I'm not saying he's overly popular. He's still he's pretty hated still. But the New Day after what they did, I think they could be the biggest heels in the company because that was absolutely brutal to watch. I looked at people's reactions on TikTok. I looked at people's reaction on Instagram. Sandy's app, shout out Sandy. I watched a few other people kicking it with Ross and in the clutch. It was bad. Like everybody felt so bad. Everybody kind of loved it, but everybody like it was hitting them emotionally. So hopefully this storyline doesn't get too deep. But maybe eventually it might come back to Biggie coming back in a triple threat for a New Day at WrestleMania. But that was really really brutal, and it's something that like has been playing in my mind this whole like this whole week. It's living rent free in my head. It's one of the best like segments I've seen in WWE. It was bad. And then next, Gunther versus Dom. Uh, Not a bad match. Uh, Dom and Gunther, for some reason, actually have some okay chemistry. Dom actually almost picked up the win. You, you thought that maybe Dom might win that at the end. Of course, he didn't. It's Gunther. They're not gonna. I mean, they let Damian Priest lose, so there's always that chance. But it's an okay match. But at the end, it's a big thing where Finn came out and just attacked him. Our Truth versus Pete Dunne. Truth defeats Dunne in a quick roll up. I think it was a quick throwaway match and that it wasn't too important. And then the main event, a big kahuna of the night. Not really. I think that New Day should have been main. New Day couldn't have been main event just because how it ended was like shocking enough. But you go into the match, right? Sami Zayn, Rollins, amazing chemistry. They're doing great. They're tearing the house down. Then eventually you have Sami Zayn pick up a chair and he's like, well, because Jay Uso was attacked early night. He's like, you attack Jay and says like, listen, 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 listen. He's like, I promise I did not attack Jay. Put the chair down. This is not right. Sami Zayn puts the chair down. He goes to go back and such just does a quick roll up and he wins. The next thing you see is just a man just booms Sami Zayn. And you're like, whoa, like, who is this? Is this the person who attacked Jay? It is. It's Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is back, everybody. I hope they keep him and CM Punk away from each other. I kind of want to see some new things for both of them. But if it has to come down to it, every time they've had a match, they've cooked. But it is great to see Drew back, put him in a title picture against Gunther. I guess again, no, not again, but well, maybe we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But it was a amazing night at Raw. Honestly, I really loved the show. I think there's not really too many slow parts. I think the only slow part was like Pete versus uh, Butch, Pete Dunne, whatever you want to call him, versus R-Truth, and that was pretty much it. Next thing you have Survivor Series um, matches, which I was almost completely correct, and I thought I was going to be wrong because in the first match you had for the women's War Games match, you know the teams it kicked off pretty strong. Bailey and Jax began it, and then it was Naomi, LeRae, Belair, Stratton, Sky, Rodriguez, Ripley, Liv Morgan. Totally doesn't matter. Rhea. There's so many good parts of this match. There's weapons. There's a toilet seat. There was a glow kendo stick uh, had a spray painted trash can, got in it, and didn't even jump off this time. She did a full on moonsault. She did a double moonsault with Tiffany Stratton off the top of the cage and a trash can. And Tiffany, whatever, like she did fine. She did amazing on her side. I'm not discrediting her. But Io did it on the top of the cage on the side with a trash can over her head. I know it's like a reoccurring spot, and it's great every time, but this was a whole different level. A trash can over your head to hit that moonsault was crazy. Unfortunately, I was wrong on this pick. It was Rhea's team that won. I thought maybe Liv Morgan's team might sniff it out, but they did a was it riptide through a table on the top rope to end the match, and it was a good match. I like that match. It still does seem thrown together, but I'll take it either way. LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Can I just say how good Shinsuke's entrance was? It was amazing. The theme sounded good. The lighting was great. How he walked up, how long it took, like how he acted. It was perfect. Really like his entrance. Sorry if you hear noise. That's my neighbors upstairs, and they make noise all the time. But the outfit was great. Everything was great. And now you're really thinking with the aura. And then LA Knight comes out. He's still getting cheers. Both of them getting cheers. And then the match was great. And then at the end, Shinsuke finally picks up the W. Shinsuke, they finally push Shinsuke again. He has his aura back. Aura back. Shinsuke Nakamura, I repeat, has his aura back. I hope this is a really good reign for him. Maybe eventually he'll get the world championship. I don't think that will happen, unfortunately, but we'll see. Next match, Braun Breaker versus Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser. I had Braun. Oh, last match I had Shinsuke winning and he won. This match I had Braun Breaker winning and he won. So I'm 2 for 3 so far. And this match was really fun. I really liked the match. I really like that Ludwig is starting to get some more like prime time in the matches. He's not kind of that chump that just sits around. He's starting to get some actual motion. He's getting motion in this whole wrestling thing where he's been kind of this bodyguard who can wrestle, but now he's starting to get his own shine from Gunther. Like Gunther said, you had to be his own man. This is Ludwig becoming his own man, becoming what he should be. He is a great singles wrestler. He's underrated. He will win this IC title eventually. Mark my words. I'm counting it. Today, I'm saying it now. Ludwig Kaiser will win the Intercontinental Championship. So, like I said, Braun Breaker retains. There's some great things in the match. Ludwig Kaiser took Sheamus' shillelagh and just started beating him. So Sheamus looked pretty bad by the end of the night. He looked really, really bad. He had red marks all over him, and the thing is, anything minor that hits him, it looks so much bigger. It was a great match. You had Gunther versus Damon Priest. Really good match until the ending. I didn't really like the ending too much. Gunther did some good holds like the Kimura, which was a little like Brock Lesnar. Shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry, I'm joking. But it was a pretty good match. I don't know if I like the ending too much. I mean, I get why Finn's out there, then maybe they're gonna screw him, but it is what it is. But I'm happy Gunther won. I am happy about that, but I really wish he would have done it on his own because it still kind of keeps that little mental part in Gunther where can I win alone? So good match overall. Didn't like I didn't like the ending as much as I thought I would. And then the last match of the night for them was the men's the men's Survivor Series match. I thought it was a really good match, and the people who started off was Jay and Tamatanga. Great starters. Tamatanga was climbing around the cage like Super Mario in that one mission, and like I think Bowser's Castle, something like that. Don't at me if I'm wrong. But the people who come out, it was Jay and Thomas started. Then it was Reed, Jimmy, Jacob, Sami Zayn, Tom Lowe, CM Punk, Sikoa, and then Reigns. Reigns had to fight his way and he had to climb the cage because Solo locked it from the inside. But then my favorite part of the match, well, one of my favorite parts is when, you know, Bronson Reed was going to do a tsunami from the top of the cage. Like he actually went to the top of the cage and Roman's on the table. He's about to get absolutely crushed. Like he might die if he actually got hit by this. Not really, because I think what was it? Was it Rikishi jumped off the top of the cage once? Not, I don't think as tall, but you know what I mean. And thankfully, CM Punk just barely saved something in the nick of time. Like literally, it was like that close from his like hitting his ankle or something like that. But Roman is saved. It's a nice little spot between CM Punk and Roman to kind of a little bonding moment. It doesn't really matter too much. But Paul Heyman came out at one time to make sure that CM Punk and Roman were on the same page because Roman helped everyone up but CM Punk, and CM Punk took offense to that. So CM Punk kind of got in Roman's face and kind of squared up with him a little bit. Nothing came from that. Paul Heyman united them so they were all good. But some of the best parts of that match, I really liked how Jacob was a really prominent figure in this. He got a lot of good spots. Thankfully, he didn't take the pin at all. He um, faked like a knee injury at one point, but he also got put through an actual table. Jimmy actually went to the top of the cage. Jimmy made it to the top of the cage and hit the Uso splash on top of Jacob, breaking his toe. So hopefully he's good. Also, Bronson Reed did. I think we'll be shelved for a little bit because of that tsunami he tried from the top of the cage. And hopefully they both recover well. Jimmy, I don't think will be out for too much. I don't think the toe will keep him out. Maybe like a week or two. I don't know. But Bronson, get well soon, my guy. Please get well soon. But pretty big match. I liked it a lot. I liked how Solo just got over, like how great the finish was at the end. Like he took super kick after super kick, a haluva kick, the go to sleep into the spear. Like he he shouldn't have moved at all for the rest of the night. Like he got absolutely blasted by those five balls. But I, there was some really good moments. When Reed first came out, Jay was throwing the chairs at him, and then Reed slapped it, and Jay was like, "Oh, oh no," and it was a really good match. I like the theatrics. I like how it ended. I liked how Roman. I liked the part where Roman had to climb the cage because he started throwing people off the cage. And I thought that was pretty fun. But overall, really, really good night. I saw. I do think like maybe the women's match being kind of thrown together made it not like a little less fun. I do think the women's match was great, but there wasn't really a storyline behind it. So while I like the wrestling, the story wasn't there. So nothing against them. They did great. I will say they did amazing, but the storyline just wasn't there. And then just off the top of my head, some of the parts that I'm really happy Shinsuke won. Shinsuke deserved this so much. Shinsuke literally deserved this over anyone. Shinsuke's been cooking for years. And he finally gets the recognition. He's the first person to hold like the old IC belt and the US belt and the new IC and US belt. So just kiss for Nakamura. That's all for the pay per view. I think that's all I got for right now because I think wrestling will be in a little bit of a slow period just because it's about to be Christmas time, and I think they really are waiting for the Netflix merger. So I don't think anything too much is going to happen until then. But the Saturday main event will happen. I think NXT has a pay-per-view for them. So I'll probably do some projections for that, predictions. Deadline, I might lose my first challenge because I watch NXT just not as much as Raw and SmackDown, and then main event, that's just gonna be fun. Just 'cause I know it's not gonna be like a pay per view, but like might as well like do the first one since it's been forever. So, but thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Sorry that I have nothing in the back end. I gotta get everything moved. I gotta find a new like setup placement. It'll look better in the future. But have a great Thursday. I know it's not Wrestling Wednesday technically, but I had to get this episode out because it was really big. Um, have a great day. Look for the episode tomorrow when you get 2 episodes back to back if you would love to watch those. But thank you. Goodbye and subscribe.